Hey guys, this is Lukas Gandecki from Zolvio, and today I want to show you how you can upgrade from using Chimp in version 2 to version 3. We've changed the CLI API. We cleaned it up, simplified it, and we hope that will provide a better development experience for you. And there is not actually that many changes that you have to do in your code to update. So let's give it a try. I'm using the Chimp GQL tiny example that you can find on our Zolvio GitHub page. And obviously this is a simplified example, but in the real life you shouldn't have to do many more changes. Maybe there is a high chance that it will be just what we are doing here. If you have any problems, please create an issue on the Chimp GitHub issues tracker, or feel free to send me an email. All right, so the first thing we have to do is to change the version of the Chimp, obviously. So the newest one is 3.2.1. The second thing is that we'll remove the GraphQL import, since that's not used anymore, and it's deprecated and might be messing things up with different GraphQL versions, things like that. So safer to just remove it. And then the next stage is cleaning up the script. So initially we had this idea that you would add a bunch of scripts and then run them one after another. And we've reconsidered. We think this is too complex for someone that has to look at it to understand what's going on. So now what we want to do is we'll just have one script called Chimp. And we also simplified the API here, so we'll just say generate. You can remove all the GraphQL related scripts that we had you guys introduce, and post install will just run Chimp script. So yarn Chimp should be enough. The prettify all you can leave for yourself if you use it anywhere else, or if you want to be able to just run it to quickly prettify everything. But Chimp will prettify the generated files for you anyway, so you can safely remove that as well. All right, so let's install the dependencies and see what happens. After installing the dependencies, yarn will actually also run Chimp, because we have the post install script here. Okay, so Chimp is doing its job. You can see that the output now it's much cleaner. Before you would have tens or maybe hundreds of lines of very difficult to understand feedback. Okay, so now if we try to run the application, it will actually fail at this point. And that's because we've changed the default from using the at prefix for the generated and for the app. We changed it to the tilde. This is the pattern that we see widely used in the community, and it makes sense because you couldn't have a package named like this, but you could have a package named generated, and we don't want to have a conflict. Like when someone looks at the code, we want this to be clear that the import is actually an alias and not some kind of a package. So there's two things you can do here. One is that you can just you can take a look at the Chimp CLI help, and you'll notice that we have options for setting up the prefix to change the defaults. So we can do that. And now if we run Chimp, and start the application, we can see it starts, but let's verify it quick. Sorry, all right, here. So I have a query here prepared, It looks like it's working. Okay, so now you can leave it at that. But if you want to change your app to our defaults, we think it actually might be a good idea. Then it's just a case of a simple find and replace. So generated, we want to change into tilde generated. It's like the presentation mode is not working very nice with me here. Let's exit it. Shame on you, WebStorm. Okay, generated change to generated, replace, and then we'll do the same for the app. So app, change to app, replace all. Now let's, okay, so Chimp generate has the defaults now. Let's regenerate the code. Let's start the application. And as you can see, it works. So that's it for the demonstration. Again, if you have any problems, please let us know. But the one in general, when you work with GraphQL, you might recognize some problems with having different versions of GraphQL. We recommend just using yarn Y. And if you have different versions, it will tell you what package actually depends on the different version, and you might try to update that particular package. We do need the GraphQL to be rather modern, so probably 15 at least. If you have some older modules here that use some older GraphQL, it might give you some problems. So just please to try and update. And then if that doesn't help, do feel free to create an issue.